Horror. I'm Toots.
Damien.
Wormboy.
Alright, and because it's the Halloween season, it's only appropriate that we review Halloween, the original Halloween, John Carpenter's, from 1978. And coincidentally enough, they actually showed this yesterday on AMC.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call it that much of a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's the Halloween season.
Yeah, because we were still trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to review? It's like we've kind of settled on Exorcist and whatnot, and I was like, well, Halloween, we could do Halloween also, and then yesterday I just started watching it. So yeah, it's still a coincidence, I think, but it's yeah,
the movie that launched John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis's career.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was she like the first quote unquote scream queen?
Mm-hmm. And I still think after watching it last night, I still think this movie still holds up. It still holds up, and it is the first slasher movie. It is considered the first slasher movie. This is a few years before Friday the 13th. So John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, who produced it, they had this idea, to have this. Oh, let's just have this killer, roam around during Halloween, and they don't even call him Michael Myers. They call him the Shape. Yeah. Because it's just,
Because he's not supposed to be human in John Carpenter's version of Halloween. He's like evil personified.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why he gets shot and he gets stabbed in the eye and he just gets up and walks away.
Yeah.
I guess it's that whole concept that you can never really
Get rid of evil.
Kill evil or get rid of evil. You can just contain it.
Yeah. You can only contain it for so many sequels.
Hey, well, I heard Jamie Lee Curtis is going to come out in the...
Another one's going to come out. And
she was meant to die in Resurrection, but they managed to bring her back.
They resurrected her.
Yeah, because, money in Hollywood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to go watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll still check it out.
I'm just so impressed with this movie because of how low budget this movie was.
Mm-hmm.
Even at that time, it was an extremely low budget.
Yeah.
My biggest, like, I don't want to say complaint, but I guess like my biggest criticism of the movie is that a lot of the acting is like terrible in this movie. Like particularly like the friends.
Yeah,
the friends characters.
The friends were okay. I think the one character or the one actor I really liked in that movie, other than Jamie Lee Curtis, is Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like his acting in the movie, like.
Yeah, because he's come out in a lot of other things, and I just thought he brought a lot of class to the movie, because it is low budget, and to get someone, a British actor, who I think at that point in time was already accomplished, come in and play this role that eventually became kind of an iconic role.
Yeah.
Because he held out until, what was it, Curse of Michael Myers?
Yeah.
I believe it was like 1995. I think that was his last role.
Yeah, and you can do that impression really good.
No, I'm not gonna bother trying.
Come on.
Well, I mean,
Halloween.
one of my favorite scenes in the movie is where Sheriff Brackett and Dr. Loomis, or they actually go to the Myers house at night. Dr. Loomis is like on Michael's trail. He's trying to find him, so they go to the house. And they're in this abandoned, like empty, dark house in the middle of the night. Well, not in the middle of the night, but it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And that monologue that Dr. Loomis has, that Donald Pleasance has, where he's describing, over the years how he got to know Michael, and the way he describes Michael, and like the darkness in his eyes, and how he just knew after so many years that there's no reaching this kid. This kid is just like evil personified. Like there's no
way to stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's one of my favorite scenes.
And he brings up a good point close to the beginning where pretty much Michael Myers escapes from the asylum driving, he drives away. He steals a car and he drives away. And even Dr. Loomis is like, where did he learn how to drive? Yeah.
Somebody
He's just like,
gave him lessons.
yeah, someone here gave him lessons. But like I said, this movie still holds up, and one of my favorite moments in the movie, and I'm sure you can back me up on this, is when he stabs I think Alice's boyfriend, the one with the glasses, and he just sticks him with a knife.
He breaks the glasses.
It's more the moment that where he just kind of looks and just kind of tilts his head and just kind of sees, like what he did.
Yeah.
He's like, I always took it like he's savoring the moment. Because he's evil. He's completely evil. So he's enjoying and savoring the kill and just like watching the life leave this guy's body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the moments in the movie that really sticks out in my mind.
That's one of the iconic moments in the movie. That's become like, everybody knows that moment.
And I think this movie has set the stage for a lot of other movies like this. Like, if you can see the other movies, like they had very similar characters, very similar like ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if it weren't, I'm not saying if it weren't for this movie, but I mean, it's the pioneer, and to this day, even kids that are barely watching it for the first time, they still like the movie. I mean, of course, there's some that don't, but for the most part, I think it still holds up, like you said, like, and it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I agree with that. This is like all the slasher tropes and cliches. They all started with Halloween.
Yeah.
You always have the innocent chase the heroine that's a virgin that ends up defeating the boogeyman. They even refer to him as the boogeyman in this movie. And then all the other teenagers that are, precocious, they're having sex, they're drinking, they're doing drugs, they all get killed.
Yeah.
And it's just, it all started with Halloween, as far as I know. All of those tropes, those slasher horror movie tropes.
Yeah, and like I said, and like I mentioned in the Friday the 13th review, where, Friday the 13th kind of took all those slasher tropes and ran with it, but it was really Halloween that started the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And fun fact, the guy that played the Shape, if I remember correctly, is actually a member of John Carpenter's band, or at least at that time.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nick Castle?
Nick Castle.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when you hear Big Trouble in Little China, like the song, he's playing in that song.
Wow, that's some hardcore knowledge there, Toots.
Yeah. All right. So overall, what do you give the movie?
I would give, John Carpenter's direction alone and his score in particular, this movie gets at least an A- to an A for me. I wouldn't give it an A+ because I think, like I said, I think there's some really bad acting in this movie.
Yeah.
But with what they accomplished with such a low budget, I think it's an A- to an A.
Yeah.
If I can just say really, really quick, a really good example of how low budget this movie was. The scene at the beginning of the movie where Michael kills his sister when he's like 6 years old, which is actually Deborah Hill's hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
That's how low budget this movie was, like the POV shots of Michael, where he picks up the mask and puts it on and he's stabbing her, it's Deborah Hill's hand.
Yeah.
But they shot that scene, that was the last scene that they shot in the movie because they cleaned up the house. They painted the house and they made it look neat because it's supposed to be like 15 years in the past. And the entire, even John Carpenter himself, the producers, the whole crew was cleaning up and painting that house together.
Wow, that's dedication.
By today's standards, you would never hear about the producers and the director out there painting the house. And
they'd be like, oh, it's not my job.
just to put it in perspective of how low budget this movie was.
Wow.
Yeah, but I give it like an A- to an A.
I give it an A. as
Yeah,
well.
I still think I think it still holds up. Yeah, some of the acting from some of the actors are bad.
Do you have a favorite
And-
scene, Wormboy? Or?
Well, you pretty much spoke about him. And I mean, I haven't seen this movie in a while, so I can't really, like, I guess I would have to watch it again, so I can, like, I guess choose a favorite scene.
Yeah,
But-
and I'm a big John Carpenter fan. Like I like, you know, Halloween, The Fog, The Thing,
Escape from New
Christine, Escape from New York. You know, hell, I even liked Escape from LA, and Vampires to a certain extent. So yeah, so I'm a fan of his, but this is the one that really kind of stands out. To be perfectly honest, The Thing for me is still like number one, but Halloween like is
That's a
still
good
up there.
movie.
It's still like in terms of horror, but in terms of slasher, I think this one is number one. Like this one kind of started the whole thing.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, in terms of slasher, I think I gotta go with Friday the 13th.
Yeah, but like I said,
For me.
they ran with it. Like
Yeah.
they took the ball and they really.
So that's
Yeah.
why, like, I don't know if they're gonna do it, like, have the Jason versus Michael Myers.
That would be cool though. That would be cool. Yeah.
I want to see like what direction they take.
The way I always picture that movie, like, or the way I sum that movie up is that would be like, in the horror slasher franchise, that would just be like Goliath versus Goliath.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, these two juggernauts with like little to no personality, just like throwing down.
And you know, as a sick person I am, I think I would probably see this movie, if they ever do it, go to the direction where, you know, first they start off like fighting each other, but then like, hey, why don't we just have fun together and
Yeah,
kill the kids?
And I'm not throwing Nightmare on Elm Street or anything in there because I really don't consider those slasher films per se, not like Friday the 13th or Halloween,
Yeah.
because they really don't follow the same tropes. You know, they really
Yeah.
maybe in the first movie they kind of do, but
You can include,
all the other movies they really
You
don't.
can include Scream in there and then have a three-way.
Yeah.
No, it's something else.
Oh, Ghostface.
Ghostface.
Yeah, Ghostface.
Ghostface would get
Dude,
his ass
He
kicked.
would get his ass kicked, yeah. I think so.
He'll be special guest referee.
Yeah, he is. He's already wearing black and white, so
Yeah.
he has the
But I
colors.
mean, like, as this time of year, this movie I think is like mandatory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For all horror geeks to watch at some point. I've already
Yeah.
watched it.
Yeah, and at some point we will focus more on the sequels.
Yeah.
You know, 2 and 3, even though 3 still gets a bad rap, but I still enjoy 3. You know, and the other Halloween movies.
I'm a fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
they get a lot of criticism and a lot of people are.
Nah, they're good.
I'm
think they're good.
actually a fan. I prefer John Carpenter's. I think that's the better version of the Michael Myers story.
Mhm.
But I am a big fan of Rob Zombie's, and his take was interesting to me.
I thought part 2, Rob Zombie's part 2 was okay. I liked his version of Halloween. Like I liked his, but you know, but like you said, like
But it's not the same.
the original one is still, you know, is still the superior in my eyes. Yeah. All right. So, with that being said, if there's anything else you guys want to add?
No, everything's been said.
All right.
Go watch Halloween.
Yeah, go watch it.
We recommend Halloween, the original, and the remake to an extent too. But
You know what? Just watch them all.
Yeah, just watch them all.
Binge watch.
Yeah, binge watch everything. All right. So I'm Toots.
Damien,
I'm Wormboy. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. See ya.
my Halloween shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.